We have to get our act together. Yeah, right now. We talk about these 6 months between now and October. If anything really is going to happen, then there's all kinds of predictions, including Chris Bledsoe. But I'm telling you right now, we're in the final hours of what could be a game changer for this entire planet. Why do I say that? We're going to discuss the real reason your reality hasn't shifted. Quantum manifestation is real. It doesn't judge. It delivers what you focus on. How do you get off of the focus that you don't want? Get on a future that you want, that you're not experiencing now? I'm going to give you some steps today to start working on it because you and I are creating that future. No matter what anybody else has predicted, the more you focus on those predictions, the more you create it. It's time for us to make big changes. Are you ready for this? Let's go into the quantum conscious field of all manifestation, that unlimited power you hold. Let's do it right now. Welcome to Landria Onkka on YouTube, here to help you break through fear. Break through fear. Why break through it? You're a human being, and fear is part of the human species experience. That's it. We don't have to struggle with it. We can observe it, we can break through it, and we can use it in a powerful way. Fear is what makes people go into the 3D material world, and that's what you've been seeing, and that is what's going to be used along with distractions to get you to go into fear so that you can create a future that doesn't serve us well, those who prefer to serve the whole, service to others, yes, and those who are spiritual but still struggling. Makes absolutely no sense. I'm going to show you today how all of that can change and that our future is a very bright one. It is exactly what you and I choose. So if you've spent months or years studying quantum manifestation, scripting, visualization, your ideal timeline, yet your physical reality remains exactly the same, you do not have a power problem. You have a system error. Right now, your mind is actively broadcasting a signal into the quantum field. Do you know what it is? Go look up my 9-year-old video, What Am I Manifesting, and how to change it in 5 seconds. The field is responding with absolute precision. What are you thinking right now? What are you feeling right now? Are you in fear of what's going on out there? Are you listening to the media? You're in the programming and you don't understand. It has no more power over you than you hold here right now. The issue is that you are unlikely aware of what your dominant signal actually is. You may not be aware that 90% of your day is in negativity, judgment, and fear. Very negative thinking. And focused on the current circumstances that you don't like, which actually manifests that. And that's why law of attraction doesn't work. You can't attract the penthouse down to the basement. You have to go up to the penthouse. Most manifestation advice tells you to focus on your desires for 10 minutes a day. What they fail to tell you is that the quantum field doesn't respond to your intellectual wishes or your vision boards. It responds to your baseline emotional frequency. It responds to the dominant focus, and it could be a low frequency one, right? It could be lack, anger, blame, and therefore, here you go. There it is. We can switch all of that. And this is why it appears that the lower frequencies rule the world. They don't doubt their power. They know what they want and they focus on it and go after it. And when things don't go their way, they do something else to get there. Yes. Spiritual people don't. We're told it's wrong. Abundance is wrong. Shrink back and blame everybody else. Oh no, that's all changing. And I hope that you're on board with me right now. So if your day-to-day baseline is anchored in underlying anxiety, yeah, you feeling that? Hypervigilance or a subconscious fear of scarcity, that is the exact timeline your mind will collapse into physical reality. And you're saying, how do I get out of it? Yeah, I have some training, some free training. Go down the description and let's get started because today we're breaking down the exact mechanics of this quantum error and the 3 immediate steps you must take to correct your signal. The signal is a directive, and you are in a current reality that your past thoughts created. It didn't just happen. This is a product, the result of those thoughts. And if you don't change those thoughts, in this situation that you don't want. This reality cannot possibly come into the 3D world for you. It's impossible. So you continue to focus on that which you don't want, and you don't realize this is exactly what you're thinking. So to change your future, and of course the planets, through the power of your mind, you have to understand how your brain filters reality. Your brain is just the physical wiring of your mind. To change your future through the power of your mind, you have to understand how the brain filters reality. Your subconscious mind processes roughly 11 million bits of information per second, while your conscious mind processes only about 40. To prevent your brain from short-circuiting, your subconscious uses a filter called the reticular activating system, RAS. The RAS has one primary directive: prove you right and keep you safe based on your existing emotional blueprint. What do we call that? The ego. It's just a protection system in a crazy world that keeps you aware of everything that could possibly go wrong. That's all it's doing. Its job. When you operate from a place of hidden fear, whether that's the fear of failure, the fear of judgment, the fear of things going wrong, your biology enters survival mode. If you're struggling financially, especially, you may be in survival mode right now. How do you change that thinking? In survival mode, your brain instantly prioritizes threats over opportunities, right? How can I think of an opportunity when I have to pay that bill or I'm sick? How do I correct this? And so you go into more anxiety over it, more anxiety over the bill. And it's hard to focus on anything positive or opportunities outside of that. It actively blocks you from seeing the solutions, the ideas, and the resources required to alter your reality because it's trying to survive, because it considers change to be a risk to your current survival. You need to focus on this. Anything out there is a risk, an opportunity for what? Are you thinking you could possibly be wealthy or healthy or happy or have healthy relationships? Come on, your parents told you something completely different, or society, or you're in shame or blame. Fear is not just an unpleasant emotion, it's a literal calculation of danger that locks your mind into a closed, repetitive loop. You cannot access unlimited creative power while your biological operating system is running a program of self-defense. It's focused on that. You may meditate. Maybe you have a good hour where you're feeling really good. Your heart opens up and you say, I am that. And then you go back into whatever's waiting for you. And you say, this is ridiculous that I think I could possibly change this, because the human mind and the ego can't imagine those unlimited possibilities, probabilities that exist outside of the realm of human thinking. So let's work on the 3-step reality realignment process. To bypass this biological safety valve and rewrite your timeline, you must apply 3 specific daily adjustments. Step 1, conduct a subconscious frequency audit. Just an audit. Don't judge it. For the next 24 hours, set an alarm on your phone to go off every 3 hours. Now, if you remember, I had an app, which I'm going to be bringing back out. It's called What Am I Manifesting? And 5 times a day, an alarm would go off, and I would ask you, what are you thinking about right now? And pretty much every time people reported back, it was never positive. It's called a disruptor. When it rings, don't change your thoughts. Simply observe your physical body. Is your jaw clenched? Is your breathing shallow? Are your shoulders up near your ears? Your body is the barometer of your subconscious mind, and that's when we get sick, right? We continually stress our bodies out with this negativity. If your body's tight, you're running a fear frequency. Documenting this baseline is the only way to stop the automated loop. Just disrupting it will help you. You become aware. Number 2, isolate the primary threat narrative. By the way, I have 2 brand spanking new masterclasses for you. Sign up for them because we're going to talk about isolating this fear. Look at the area of your life that's currently most stagnant. Write down the absolute worst case scenario you secretly worry about regarding that situation. You think you're going to be pushing a cart out there? Really? Do you really think that's going to happen? You know it never happens, right? But you'll stay in this survival mode. But we want to take you past that. By bringing the hidden fear out of the dark and putting it onto paper, you strip away its automated power over your subconscious filter. You change it from an invisible driving threat that you're avoiding. Yeah, you're in the closet. I don't want to go out there. into a simple piece of data that you can choose to ignore. You can ignore it. It's just a thought. It's a fear. Number 3, we're going to execute a neural pattern interrupt. The moment your audit reveals a fear contraction, or the moment your mind slips back into the worst case scenario, you must physically alter your state. Disrupt it. Stand up, change your posture, drop your shoulders, exhale fully for 5 seconds. This sounds silly. It's a disruptor. It changes the whole physical state that your body's in. This signals to your nervous system that you are safe in the present moment. Once your biology leaves survival mode, command your focus toward a single definitive action that aligns with your future timeline rather than your past patterns. So that's when we go into the probabilities. What's one probability? Name it. Go in, relax, and say, I'm reacting to this. I wrote down the worst case scenario and say, I don't want to live that. I refuse that because I'm in control of my future. I am an unlimited creator, and only fear limits me. My fear is a story I'm telling myself. I'm going to change that story. There are all probabilities available to me right now. I am going to choose opportunities that I never imagined that I'm going to love, that will bring abundance, joy, and serve others. We always want to serve others in the meantime. So if you do a job that's great for you, but it's destroying the planet, all the money in the world isn't going to help you. Choose that new thing, the neural pattern disruptor, and focus on it for as long as you can. And just maybe for 5 seconds, you'll start to feel really good. So these 3 steps are how you begin to clean up your broadcast. That's just one tiny little step. I just opened the Conscious Creators Vault. 10 years and thousands of people taking my training called Breakthrough Fear and other master classes. I opened it up for you. You can sign up you'll get 2 master classes right away. Free inspiration, you'll see that pop out, or it's down in the description along with all kinds of other great resources to live in a new world. There are 3 steps. These 3 steps are how you begin to clean up your broadcast signal and show your mind that it's safe to create a new reality. But awareness is only the trigger. True automation requires daily training. You got to keep doing it. Program yourself to go into a different space. If you try to do this only when you feel motivated, the momentum of your old fear-based blueprint will pull you right back down. Do it when you go into fear. Hit the fear. In my training, we hit it right on. We look it right in the eye and we say, wow, that's it? It's a story. It's just a thought in my head. Nobody else is doing anything. Yeah? Yeah, I don't have the cart out in the street. I'm not struggling with whatever it is on that level, and I can stop it right now because from here on out, I'm going to disrupt and focus on that which is possible. And every person watching this right now is an unlimited creator. Be a conscious creator. I'll show you how to do that. So to permanently disarm these subconscious blocks and anchor your mind into a timeline of unlimited power, you need a structured environment. And that's why I built the Breakthrough Fear membership. It's a dedicated daily training space designed to guide you step by step out of survival mode into conscious reality creation. So click the landriaonka.com free inspiration. You'll get your first Breakthrough Fear webinar. I explain what fear is. Fear is not to be feared. What is it? It's a protection system. Where are those thoughts coming from? And we recognize them. We change the story. Take that webinar, and then 5 days later, you'll get another one that talks about the shadow, illusion of the shadow. And we're going to continue to dive in. I hope you'll join my membership. I have a membership here on YouTube. We meet every Sunday for 1 to 2 hours, and you get recordings of that session, private from the public. We want to keep a really nice group of happy, encouraging people. So I hope you'll join us. Extremely affordable. Also, any videos that I release, you get them early. We can do this together, never alone. We all have talents and skills. So do you. We're going to talk about that. In fact, in my membership training, we actually go into those opportunities that you may not think exist for you right now. They're endless, things you wouldn't imagine. I'll show you 101 people that are millionaires and billionaires that have stories that'll top anything you tell, that you would think it's impossible for them to get out of it. Yet they did. Why? They recognized finally that nothing was impossible. I hope you'll subscribe, click that bell so that you'll be reminded of the next video coming out, because I'm going to focus strictly on the training for you to shift your reality, because we talk about these predictions, but the more you listen to them and believe them as if they're something separate from you and that's just what's going to happen, the more you contribute to that. And then when it happens, say, see, they were right. Those were warnings. They don't have to be right, because you and I will use that warning to say, never again. We choose a beautiful golden era of love, consciousness, compassion, abundance, joy. Yes, with challenges and yes, with fears, but we become observers, and I'll teach you all of that. Is it time to change your own reality? Because what you do affects all of us. And I want to see you go into a happy place. It's your choice. I'm not here to change your journey. I'm here to remind you of what it can be if you choose to change it. You are whole and perfect, strong and powerful, loving, harmonious, and happy. Look out, because I'm going to have a whole series of breaking through the fear, and I'm supplying all kinds of new tools and opening up that vault. Those 10 years of training, 5-star trainings are coming out, and you can afford it. I look forward to meeting you soon. See you there, my friend, in a new reality. It starts today. Namaste.